What is going on, X community? This is Exostomp here, and joining me, of course, like I said, he can't leave. It's going to be Galaxy Bomb.
Hello, everyone.
And today, actually, before we say anything, let's just go over the question of the day, shall we? So that is, what is your favorite ability to use in draft? What is your favorite ability?
Mine, I think, there's a lot of choices, but I think mine would have to be Defiant. It's really satisfying to pull off if you're able to predict like a defog or something, or if you're able to use someone's sticky webs against them, for instance. It's just, it's really fun and rewarding to use, I would feel.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Competitive works the same way, but special, which is also pretty cool. But I think mine would definitely be Mold Breaker, mainly because I like to not care about stuff like Levitate when I'm like using Earthquake, or I like to not care about other people's abilities, because basically what you would do, like let's say you're versing a Rotom, and let's say I'm using Sock, right? Well, by Earthquake, that's not a switch in anymore, right? So it's it's definitely one of my favorites, just because it breaks through every ability, so I like it. But here we're actually going to be going over the power rankings for week number 3. And starting this off, we have the Dark team. It's a little unfortunate, but they were versing I believe Fairy this week, which was a little insane because they had, I think it was, fighting last week, so it sort of was a little scary for them. Luckily they were able to do some swaps for this week, which was a Alolan Persian as well as a Drapion for Skuntank. So definitely some good swaps.
That'll be going forward from now.
Yeah. The game, they got a few kills, but they did get extremely unlucky. They missed 2 Iron Tails in a row on their Scarf Crocodile, and then after that, it sort of spiraled downwards.
Yeah, they got crit Moonblasted, I think, on their Greninja, which didn't help either.
Yeah.
Maybe it was their Skuntank that got crit Moonblasted. I'm not sure if it would have lived or not otherwise, but
I think they were running Metronome Primarina, I think they said.
Okay, so
which was tech.
But yeah, either way, it's not good for morale. For sure.
No, definitely not.
Definitely feel very bad. It's a shame because they have a really solid composition, honestly. Like that Crocodile has done some massive work in that team. I really hope that they get like a good match coming up soon. That they can really show off their skills, because I feel really bad for them.
Oh yeah, I do too. Yeah, hopefully they can get a few wins. They still are eligible to make playoffs, as weird as that sounds. If they do get they do get 3 really good games, they still can make playoffs. I think it's the 4 lowest teams aren't going to make it, so there's still some potential there. So yeah. But yeah, 9th place is going to be Dragon, aka Gumi, the team. So this team is it's good. I still really like the team composition. The only thing is they were versing Electric, which honestly I thought Dragon would be good against Electric, but what was it? Oh yeah, Zeraora with Play Rough is very scary.
Vicious, for sure. Yeah, I think both teams played well, but unfortunately, Electric can learn a lot of moves a lot of the time. And they did bring a lot of tech options against Earthquake, like they had Pika-Volt, and I think there's Zapdos also. So you couldn't just spam ground moves. That's the thing with Electric, is they only have one weakness. So if you bring that weakness, they know what you're gonna bring. So,
Yeah.
Besides all the secondary type weaknesses.
Yeah, and the best part about Electric in here is that there is no ground team, so they're sort of free.
Yeah. So can see why people might struggle against that. But they still have a solid composition, the Dragon team, and they can still bring it back to a positive differential.
Oh yeah, I definitely believe that with their recent swaps having Fracture and Sliggoo, I think Fracture is going to take a few lives in the upcoming weeks.
Oh yeah, Fracture actually did a lot of. I was surprised by how much damage it did in the last matchup. Actually.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got Mold Breaker, man. It's got Mold Breaker.
There you go.
For for 8th place rather, we have the Steel Team, aka Calculated Risk. It was a close game. It was a little cool to watch because at the time we were going over tier list stuff, and then they just all dipped out and battled each other. So it was cool to actually watch. And then afterwards, they came back into the chat and they were talking about what happened. But if you didn't watch, Steel was in a winning position, and unfortunately, they switched out their Lucario on Snorlax. It would have killed, but they were scared of the fighting weakness berry. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, they were scared of that, so they definitely tried to play around it. Sadly, they couldn't bring it back after that because I believe they got crit, didn't they?
Yeah, their Corviknight got crit. Can't remember by what, but it kind of started the downward spiral, I think.
Yeah, Corviknight would have destroyed with Body Press, but with that crit, it was really sad. But honestly, they did put up a good fight. I really felt like they were going to win this one because of course, they have the new Corviknight with Body Press, and then they also had Lucario. But it was a close game nonetheless, and again, I think they are going to be able to at least make playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
For 7th place, we have Water. Okay, you know what? You talk about Water this week.
Man, I love good old-fashioned Cloyster. You know? Water was in a bit of a bad position going into this week. They had 2 losses, and it wasn't looking too great for them. But this week, they were against, I think it was Psychic.
Yes.
And they decided to bring in Cloyster this week, and they saw an opportunity to set up Shell Smash with their Focus Sash. And unfortunately for the Psychic team, Psychic did not bring any priority moves, so Cloyster ran over their team. And I'll say it to EXO many times, you should always bring at least one priority move on your team at all times.
I never listen.
It's very important, because stuff like this can happen, and you just get stomped immediately, and there's nothing you can do. Especially in Monotype, where everything shares very similar weaknesses or strengths. Nothing on their team, I think, resisted Ice, except for one thing which was already very low. So Psychic got kind of shredded, which has put Water back into the positives. So, I mean, this just kind of goes to show how quickly things can turn around.
Yeah, I was really impressed this match. I'm not sure if BTHD helped with team building or not, because it was pretty late in the week that they took over for Pelly, or I guess was it? Yeah, it was Pelly, and then something else went on. I don't even remember, but yeah, I wasn't sure if they did, but I definitely know DJ definitely knows how to set up mons and destroy with them. So I'd like to watch that. For 6th place, we have the fighting team. So this is actually the team that we versed this week. Very good game. I'll leave it down in the description, as well as probably there'll be like a pop-up around over here, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, this game was really fun. They did bring 2 Scarfers, and Driftblim was really fun to use.
Yeah, Drifblim really worked well in this matchup. It tanked a Thunderbolt, I think it was, or Thunder Punch. It just very got him burden and just started running things over, because with Strength Sap especially, it's able to very safely recover on physical mons, and fighting team is very physical. So it was a pretty useful mon to have, for sure.
Yeah. I would like them to bring Hawlucha soon. I think Hawlucha is just a really good mon, and they haven't brought it once yet. I'm thinking they may have took it from us on purpose. I don't know though.
I'm not sure. I'm wondering if there were any matchups that they have where it would have been really effective, besides just being just standardly good. But maybe coming up we'll see it. I hope we see it, because with Unburden, just like Driftblim, I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can utilize it. You don't have to use the Tapu Koko combo, for instance. With the Electric Seed, you could also use, I don't know, Weakness Policy or something. Who knows?
Well,
you could do something.
There is a set, it's Close Combat White Herb, because when the White Herb pops, you get Unburden. So that's pretty cool. There's also, it has Mold Breaker as well. So it's a very good mon. And it does learn stuff like Thunder Punch and Stone Edge. So I was sure that they were gonna maybe try Hawlucha this week, but they didn't, which is fine. But yeah, I definitely hope to see them win a few more. I think their team is strong. But yeah, I also do hope to see Hawlucha as well soon. In 5th place, we have Psychic, dropping from 1st down to, what is it, 5th now. That's a big leap. Like we talked about this already, they didn't have priority, so yeah, they just lost to Cloyster. Pretty crazy game. If you guys haven't watched it, it's a very quick game. It's like 10 turns, but it was really good, a really good 10 turns. So yeah, we don't really have much to talk about with the Psychic team at this point, because it was a really quick game. So yeah, I definitely think that this was just a hiccup. They're now gonna know they should bring priority. I don't even know.
Priority move.
Do they have it? They have Ice Shard on Mr. Rhyme.
Does Mega Galley learn like Mach Punch or something?
I don't think so.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe Bullet Punch. I don't know. But yeah, they'll bring Mr. Rhyme every game then. Okay, so for these next, I think 3, it's a tie for 2 wins, 1 loss, and 3 differential. So I just put them sort of in order of, how the games went for this week. So we have DP Laurentis in 4th. Although they are technically in 3rd and 2nd as well, so don't worry about that. But this game was against, yes, Dragon. So this game was pretty good. Like we said before, Zeraora is just extremely good, especially with Play Rough. Versus Dragon, it's insane. They brought the Dene, so I do like that they did bring it. It was unfortunate that it did die pretty early on. Besides that, there wasn't much that happened, besides Zeraora getting more kills.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a pretty solid match overall, I think.
Yeah, pretty solid. I think they're playing their team extremely well, so I think they're gonna be definitely floating around the top for a while. For third / second / fourth, we have us. There we go, us. Oh boy. So, like I said, if you didn't watch it, it will be down in the description. But, very fun game to play. Hartoka Kiss put in some work this week. Sigilif came this week, I think, you know?
It existed.
And, of course, Driftbloom came and used acrobatics and destroyed. Yeah. We're not really going to go over too much about our game, just because we did make a whole video on it, so, yeah. And right now, we did use every single Pokemon technically. We brought them. So, yeah, guys, remember, bring all your Pokemon, give them all some love, okay, guys? For second, and the reason why I put them in second is because they got a 3-0 instead of us and DP Laurentis. We got 2 O's this week, so they're a little bit higher in my opinion. It's gonna be Team Bombat X. So this was the game against Steel. They had a very good matchup coming into this with Lopunny, Diggersby, and Pyroar just being good against Steel. And then Trampa they brought with Flamethrower and HP Ground. They brought Snorlax with Earthquake and Setup, I think, and Heat Crash. And then they brought Komala for Rapid Spin and probably Earthquake as well. So they brought a lot of stuff against Steel. Of course, that makes sense. But yeah, they played really well. If you guys haven't watched their video, I can leave it in the description, actually. Their game was very nice to watch. I like how Cambat and Rabombi play with each other, and like they're in the same mindset, so it's really cool watching them bounce thoughts on, back and forth. So yeah.
Yeah, I think they're able to synergize really well with their playstyles.
Yeah. I would like to see Indeedee. Sadly, it can't use Expanding Force because this draft happened, of course, before the DLC. But Psychic still hits like a truck, so can't wait to watch that.
Yeah, sure.
And for first place, the only team that is actually undefeated at the moment is Fairy. It makes sense looking at their team. Their team is insane. Mawile, Coco, just it's insane. Their game was a 4-0 this week, and their Primarina put in a lot of work. It was a Metronome Moonblast Primarina. Yes, they were against Dark this week, so they did have a type advantage, sure. But I really like the tech that they brought, aka, like I said, the Metronome Primarina. Do you have anything else to input?
I think we're facing Fairy next week, right?
Yes.
I'm kind of worried they're gonna bring Togetic and show off instead of using because we have Togekiss. I don't know.
If they do that, we're bringing Weak Armor Swords Dance Skarmory. It's gonna happen this week.
We'll see what happens.
Okay, we may not be that insane because they have a Coco, but we'll think about it, alright, guys?
We'll see.
But yeah, with power rankings out of the way, I think I set it up. Hold on, let me try to figure this out, guys. Okay, here we go. I got it, guys. Boom. Yep, it's clean. Oh shit. Ooh. There we go. Perfect. Kill leaderboard time. All right. So,
Changed quite a bit from last time.
yeah, it definitely changed. I think you did pretty well at talking about it last night. Do you want to talk about it again? Or
Yeah, so I mean we could just talk about the new ones.
yeah,
Of course we
yeah.
still have like Zeraora at the top and all that. But as you can see, Cloyster is coming up right behind because it just got a clean sweep this week with its setup. Green priority moves, guys. Very useful. I think Snorlax is also quite high up here because of the fighting versus, or normal versus steel matchup. Snorlax got quite strong with its curse setup. They, unfortunately, after the overnight incident, didn't have a good answer to it because the rest of the mountain were physical, and it ran over the rest of their team. Mega Medicham is also fairly high in our matchup. I think it was the Mon that killed the most of our team, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So it got a bit extra boost there. I think those are the
and then
top one.
our Togekiss came on the leaderboard as well.
Yeah, because it did some work in our matchup. And I think those are like the main notable ones for this week.
Yeah. Yeah. Zeraora now is the first Pokemon with double digits, which is pretty cool. Differential of 9, which is pretty insane. But yeah, guys, I want to see some more sweeps. We gotta get the Zeraora out of here, okay? We needed 11th place. Get it out. That's never gonna happen, but we'll see. Yeah. Good leaderboard. Hopefully you guys like the addition. I don't know. It's pretty cool. But I guess with that out of the way, that's it. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. Good luck in week 4. And yeah, have a good day, guys. Peace.